Divine greetings, Masters. This is Madhu Soni, welcoming you all to Light and Soul Meditation English Group. Very good evening, good morning, and good afternoon from whichever part of the world you are joining in, Masters. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your time, space, and energy with us. So, Masters, today we are, as you all know, we have been doing Swadhyaya on the book Your Soul's Plan, and this book has been written by um, Robert Schwartz. So, would like to let you all know that today we have Rupal ji with us, and when I let me add her first. So we have Rupal ji with us, who would be taking us from page numbers 168 to 177. Yes, Rupal ji, right? So very warm welcome,
Yes.
Rupal ji. Rupal ji is she is Rupal Shah, and she is from New York. She and her husband both work in the New York Metropolitan Transportation Authority, and she's a civil engineer. And I was very surprised to know that, looking at her face, I can't say that, but that's why we should not judge the book by its cover, as they say, right? So also, she's a mother of a 17-year-old beautiful daughter. She's in 12th grade. And by childhood, I believe because of her parents, teachings, her parents are spiritually inclined, and that also made her came into religion and also spirituality. She's a ardent follower of Krishna, and that's why she joined uh, Satya Sai Satya Sai um, trust, I believe, right?
Enter.
Center, yes,
Mhm.
Satya Sai Center. And there she found her, this spirituality also was basically more inculcated in her, volunteering with the Krishna Bhakts as well. And then she came with us and she joined PSSM, and she came to know about PSSM, and then she later on joined Light and Soul Meditation English Group Masters. So very warm welcome to Rupal ji, and let us welcome her. Thank you so much, Masters. Thank you, Rupal ji, for joining us and also now helping us with Swadhyaya. So she has already done Swadhyaya one time, Masters, before this, but now she'll be doing Swadhyaya of chapter 5 and chapter 6. So today we'll be going from page number 167 to 177. And then I believe after page number 172, or from page number 172, chapter 6 will start, which is on death of a loved one. Right now, we were continuing with drug addictions and alcoholism. So we will finish that today, and then she will take us into the next chapter as well. So over to you, Rupal ji. Very warm welcome.
Thank you so much, Madhuji. Good morning and good evening, and namaskaram to all masters.
Thank you, Rupal ji. Yeah, you can begin. All beginners.
So we
Your voice is breaking, Rupal
thank you
ji.
so much, all masters, for Patrick. Okay.
Yes, Rupal ji.
Yeah. So we were on Patrick's story. So we all know the Patrick's story, and then his author session with Stacy and his spirit guide. So basically, we saw that in Patrick, some of his previous lives, he lost his perception of God and his own divine nature. So when he take birth, when he incarnate in physical plane, it happens. Sometimes we feel separation from one another, from God. So basically, Patrick thought, alcohol will made him a new man. But actually, what happened? Um, he left his wife Carol, his 3 children, Then he tried, like, suicidal attempt 3 times, etc. Then, he had kind of darkest time in his life, but then he embraced spirituality and ultimately he succeeded, right? So, at soul level, uh, Pat's soul planned his alcohol experience to the point where he totally felt defeated, and then he returned to seek and achieve the spiritual connection by lack of it, right? So the author basically, analyzed this, and um, he's saying that when he returns to spirit, uh, Pat will carry with him a profound feeling, knowing of connection that would not have been possible without the contrast created by the alcoholism during his physical lifetime. Further, the author Robert Schwartz, he says that the soul who plans this type of challenges are a real courageous incarnate, because our society doesn't approve like this type of alcoholism and so on. So Patrick's soul planned, uh, also his soul planned to lose his father in his childhood to trigger this alcoholism event, and then eventually he heals his fear. So the author is continue analyzing with Patrick's story and the Stacy's and her spirit guides talk with him. So who is Pat really? So Patrick is love, energy basically. Pat is the love that was expressed so readily, so freely to the other souls in his pre-birth planning session. So as we know, like all souls plan, they have pre-birth planning, and accordingly everything happens in the lives. So as love energy, Pat planned the life challenge of alcoholism to foster not only his own growth but that of his loved one as well. So his daughter Kathy, she learns about identity, boundaries, and balances, uh, because how better uh, to understand balance than through the imbalances caused by parents' alcoholism. So she learned that the other daughter Donna, uh, her experience with the father forced her to look inward for self-love. That is again also learning through the opposite life plan. The his son Andrew, learns to stay focused and grounded. His wife Shirley, right? She also has the opportunity to know herself as love and compassion. So through like Patrick's service, each one of these souls actually learn, they expand, and each in turn, expands Pat. So like, as a group, these souls actually help each other. But, Patrick took a great challenge. So in Pat's pre-birth planning, the members of his family assumed personal responsibility for the lessons to be learned from his alcoholism. On the physical plane, where we lack of memory of our pre-incarnation choices, we often believe that others imposes experience upon us. We may respond with fear, anger, hatred, self-hatred, blame, feelings of victimization, or many other, negative emotions that do not reflect our true nature as a soul. But when we awaken by turning within, we remember that we requested these experiences, right? During our soul planning, we are then free to choose different responses, including gratitude towards those who have made our growth possible, and also to those who once blamed us, but now we are able to say thank you to them. So, because whoever appreciated, whoever helped, but on the other side, whoever blamed. So, when we turned within, we can actually, we can say thanks to all of them. So, that is basically, all story about Pat, and what uh, author's thinking was. Uh, I think, because we always, we have, like, people have challenging situation. So far, in 5 different chapters, we learn, like, physical illness, having, handicapped children, and then blind children, right? Deaf children, drug addiction, this alcoholism, etc. So we should remember that, these people with all different type of this challenging situation, they are really evolved souls, and I would say very courageous human being. So we should never judge anybody. And another thing, I would say, all of us, we are divine, we are connected, we are not different from God. The only thing is we are divine being having human experience, as always, Madhuji says us. So this is, like, take on from this chapter 5. And if anybody have any question, before we switch to chapter 6, if anybody has any question or anything, otherwise I'll continue with the
Yeah, continue. I think if anyone has questions, they can ask later on. But
letter.
you're doing wonderfully well. So thank you, Rupalji.
Thank
Continue
you.
with chapter 6.
Okay, so chapter 6 is death of a loved one. So, like, of the many challenges, right, on the earth plane, death of a loved one is perhaps, like, it's the most universal. Unless someone die at young age, it is likely we will lose someone we care about, right? The fact that virtually all of us share this experience suggests it offers profound opportunity for growth. So, in this, the author, he talked with the lady whose name is Valerie Villers. So Valerie had lost, like, 2 people who was, very dear to her, including her own son. So her son name was Dustin, and, like, this son was by his first husband. Then she had, divorced and then remarried. So in childhood, Valerie, she used to take his son Dustin to, like, baseball game, basketball game, and she had a very good time and, good terms with his son. Um, his son was very intelligent, and she always think that he's perfect. But in a sense, he was different from, like, common, like, child. different in good way, that like sometime like very intelligent people, they don't understand most like common thing, that kind of. So he's different in that sense. uh so while he was little, and she was taking once him for baseball game. So he didn't knew anything about the game, but still he was very courageous, and he would like go to play with other kids without knowing anything. So she always knew his child Dustin as like perfect, courageous, and intelligent person. So as he grew up, his intelligence shown in his work with computers and cars. And once Dustin even assembled an entire automobile engine on his own. So he is really intelligent, but his non-conformity was evident in the way he constantly like questioned the world. So it's like he always knew a better way. So the mother observed that many things he had a hard time dealing with in society because of lack of common sense in the way things are set up. So, like as I said, like intelligent people are like who are too much intelligent are different than others. So Valerie never knew just like how many friends he had until like all of a sudden Dustin died, and then in his wake like more than 250 friends came to see the mother. And and that time I mean the mother Valerie, she really knew that he got a lot of friends, and everybody was like telling Valerie that your son was very smart. He is this like very smart people they have ever met. So until and unless Valerie didn't know about that. So 1 week before Dustin's death, Valerie was sitting quietly by her living room window. The lights were off and gentle rain falling outside. So Dustin walked in and sat next to the mother. As he reached to turn on a lamp, Valerie told him, "No, Dust, I like natural light. Natural light is good." Together, silently, they watched the raindrops run down the window pane. This, like, uh, this has like letter connection, these words. So I'm just reading through. So Dustin was 19 when he died. He had come home on a Friday night and walked into Valerie's bedroom, where they talked briefly and then hugged goodnight. "I love you," Valerie told him. "I love you too," Dustin replied. To Valerie's surprise, Dustin let her kiss him. He wasn't usually touchy-feely type of person. So, whenever something, like death or something big is going to happen, things are little different than usual. So that's what happened here. So, next day, Valerie went out, and when she was returning back home, uh, so what happened when she arrived at home? She had a dog. Her name was Stacy. She came running to greet her, as always, she does. And then Valerie patted her, and then she thought the house was quiet, so Valerie thought that Dustin was not at home. But then as a mother always want to look for the kid if is sleeping or whatever. So she walked to his room, and she opened the door and she found he was lying on his bed with his feet on the floor and both arms out to his sides. So she, really felt something unusual, and then she walked over to him and checked, and she found that he was not breathing. So she started screaming and screaming, and she was panicking. And in a while, her husband, came, and then she asked the husband to do something, and the husband kind of did CPR. And by that time Valerie called 911, and then paramedics arrived, and they checked him, and then they declared him dead. And they like gave the reason that the cause was death is accidental drug overdose. So this is the incident happened. Now Valerie is saying that Dustin had just taken his exams in college and he was very happy. He had gotten good grades. He had gone out to celebrate. He had just written a beautiful letter for Mother's Day telling how much he loved her. He had never written one like that. You can't imagine what it's like to have your child there one day and then all of a sudden gone. On the day of Dustin's wake, Vicky, Valerie's sister, came to Valerie's home with something important to share. So Valerie's sister is, saying, her name is Vicky, saying to Valerie that Dustin came to me last night. I never felt that much joy and happiness in my life. He was, give me a second. He was brilliant. He was light. And he said, Aunt Vicky, tell my mom I am natural light. And then Vicky is saying to Valerie, I'm sorry, Valerie, I don't know what that means. Because she didn't know this conversation took place with mother, right? And, he said to the aunt. So Valerie exclaimed, it was Dustin's way of confirming through the person I trust more than anybody in the world that he was alive and well. 2 nights later, Valerie suddenly awoke from a sound sleep. At the moment she woke up, she lifted. She said, it wasn't my body that lifted, it was me. That means she's talking about her soul. At the moment I lifted, I felt the essence of my child. There was no time to it. I knew everything all at once. There was an energy. It was the most powerful thing I have ever felt. I was him and he was me. And I knew everything about him. This is, like, when I read this sentence, I'm like, I'm so, you know, because
Emotional. Emotional.
emotional. Yeah. Yeah. So when, like, temporarily she felt she's energy, so there is no difference, right? So she felt that she was him and he was her. That is, yeah, so profound. Um, so she said, and she knew everything about him in those few seconds. He was happy. I knew that. I could feel it. So, this is the, his son's death. And, like at very young age, 19-year-old, she lost him. So that's the one incident. And the other one, like 12 years earlier, um, Valerie had been working as a waitress and attending college. So once she decided to visit her cousin, Lauren's husband, Brad, who worked near her school. So what happened, the day she was visiting, same day, this, Brad's friend, whose name was DC, he was also visiting Brad. So basically, they three met each other. Brad introduced, them, and then, they talked, and then, nothing happened that time. So after, few days, Brad called Valerie and asked that DC and, DC and Brad, they have planned to go to casino in few days. So, like, would you like to join? And then Valerie says, yes, sure, why not? She would join. And then what happened? Actually, Brad was planning to let Valerie and DC met so that, they can have their first date, something like that. So basically, rather than, they three, only Valerie and Brad's friend DC, they both went, and they they kind of begin to fall in love with each other that night. And it did seem that she had known him before. When, they met, she felt like, it's not the first time. So this guy DC, he was a commercial diver who maintained the pipeline to oil rigs. So this work is very dangerous and physically taxing, so much that most of the divers don't continue that kind of work beyond their 40s. So this person DC, right, now Valerie's friend, so he was a commercial diver, and the job is like very demanding, and only, like, healthy person can do it, kind of that. So often they don't know when they will receive their next assignment. So Valerie is saying that you have to set up your whole life around the fact that these men could be gone a week or 2 months at a moment's notice. So anytime, they call them, they have to run, kind of like, people go into the war, they get the notice and then they have to run, like that. So um, they started going out. She's saying that date September 28th. uh, she recalled on February 17th, DC proposed. So while I think he was on vacation, he was enjoying, and they started dating, and then like within few months they liked each other, and then DC proposed to her. So, in less than an hour after he proposed, DC was called for a diving assignment. So, he had to go. So, he like packed his scuba gear, and then his friend, Johnny, he came and picked him up. So Valerie is kind of, he stood in the street, and she said, bye to him. Now, what happened is 2 days later. So after DC went, um, as like Valerie was kind of waiting. Her friend Lauren and Brett, they came, and then they gave her the news that there was a terrible accident and DC is dead. So this is kind of, second incident, I would say first incident, because this was 12 years earlier. Then, his son died. So basically, after DC died, so the next day, Valerie received a letter from the diving company. So the letter stated that a series of grunts was then heard and that Johnny was sent to investigate. When he arrived, DC looked into his eyes for an instant, then pushed him away. Johnny would later say that he knew in that moment DC was going to die. Then DC pulled his helmet off. He wasn't committing suicide, Valerie explained. He had been diving for 15 years, so he was a pro. He knew something was terribly wrong. So this, company is the letter is explaining that what happened, but then Valerie is saying that he must not be, he suiciding. So something has gone wrong. So um, the the pain from DC's death was so overwhelming that for a short time Valerie turned to alcohol to anesthetize herself. It took 2 years, she said, until she felt normal. So she had like all of a sudden this happened, and then 12 years later his son died. So she had two accident. So before DC died, Valerie added, we were sitting on the couch and he looked at me and said, I'm sorry. It took me so long to find you. I promise I won't take so long next time. She didn't question. He was my real love. They don't walk through your front door every day. I lost my future, or so it seemed to me. So Valerie is saying that maybe this is the soul planning they have planned. Maybe later on we will learn actually how they plan, both the soul and other people in their lives. So after this thing, Valerie's session with Deb Dibari. So maybe Madhuji, we will see this starting tomorrow, right? Because there's a new topic. The session with Deb.
Yeah, I think it would be Sanjay ji, so I can tell Sanjay ji to start it from here. Maybe he can, and it is with now the Valerie. Basically, here I have read a little part while I was reading. So here in as we have seen that Robert always, when we are actually going through their life story, anybody's life story, and how what happened with them, and then Robert always asks a guide or medium to help us with their soul plan, basically pre-birth planning. So here, Valerie's session is with Deb Debari. She is also a medium, and she has given readings to many of the people, several people she has given. So here, Robert is actually touched by the conversation with Valerie that he saw, like he felt how Valerie must have gone through these two painful deaths with so much grace and strength. And she was speaking very freely about these deaths so that, it can bring comfort and meaning to other people in their grief. And so, as you all know, that Robert chooses mediums to go over the soul plan. So he chooses Deb Debari. So Deb Debari is one of the person who had provided readings for several people who had shared stories with Robert. So and people have commented on Deb that she had been very sensitive, insightful, and remarkably accurate with her readings. So Robert knew that those sessions that she is able to speak readily with deceased loved ones, she also hears her own spirit guides quite clearly. So basically, not only she basically she speaks to the loved ones, but she can also hear them hear her spirit guides as well. So now they will work closely with Deb to provide her clients with wisdom and information. And as the session began, it is DC immediately made contact with Deb, and Deb speaking with that spirit, spirit of DC. And Robert is marveled at this thought of how Deb can speak so easily, very like without any effort, she's able to speak to the spirit. So DC is here saying that I'm not the ex. DC said to Deb, who repeated his words to us. Anyhow, so this is where we will stop, masters, because from here, the new story, basically how, not new story, sorry, the how the medium is talking about the soul plan of Valerie, or with DC, or with Dustin, So it was really wonderful, Rupalji. Thank you so much. You really did a wonderful job completing this Swadhyaya. And we got an insight on Valerie's life now. And if anyone has any questions they want to ask, please do so. Raise your hand if you have any questions, or we can go into meditation. I think it was crystal clear the way you elaborated and the way you just made a gist also. It was very clear. So thank you so much. And I really liked the point where Valerie, when his son died, basically, when he was 42 and she found him in the room lying, on the bed or floor, and his legs were on the floor and hands apart. But then when Vicky came, Valerie's sister, when she came, and then she tells that Dustin has come in his dream last night, and he told that, tell my mom that I am light.
Yeah.
Right? I'm a natural light. You know why they were talking like that? Because Valerie, when one day they were watching rain falling, how the rain is falling, so Dustin was going to put on the light, lamp, but he didn't. He could not, because Valerie said no. Don't do that. I like natural light. I like natural light. That's what she said. So, and that is why, because this conversation was between Valerie and Dustin, nobody could have known about this. That whatever Vicky saw in her dream was basically Dustin making contact with Vicky and telling him, tell my mother that in the spirit form, I'm there in the natural light form, or I'm the natural light.
Yeah.
Basically
Yeah.
making that contact. But then when she feels his presence in his body, right?
Yeah.
Dustin became, for a while, he became her mother, Valerie, and Valerie basically came out of her body and became that spirit form. And that time she knew everything about, like, basically why he had to come, why he had to go, what happened, all those things. So when basically, it's kind of not walking, but exchange, So very profound, very nicely done, Rupalji. Thank you so much. Thank you. Really amazing.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
Master, really an interesting story. I'm very now, I would like to know what happens with the soul plan, birth planning, what they have decided. So let's go into meditation, Masters. If nobody has any questions, or if someone has, please raise your hand. No? Anyone? Someone? But thank you, Rupalji. So can we go into meditation? Yeah, okay. So, Masters, as you all know, we are also going through Purnima period, that is the full moon time. And during this full moon time, we experience a lot of thoughts coming in our mind, emotions coming to the surface, lot of transformations happening. And the best way to let these transformations happen is to not resist them, and to let go of any heavy emotions, and to let go of all those old stuff, old energies of any kind, be it your family, relationships, your clothes, your things lying around the house, decluttering your house, letting go of things, letting go of people, letting go of any work, anything that does not align with you anymore. So this is the time, and this full moon today is also like in the January time. It is also known as the wolf full moon. Why it is called wolf full moon? Because wolf always hunt in packs, but they also take care of the old wolf packs, basically old their parents, basically when they can't eat and they can't take care of themselves. The younger wolves who are now taking care of the whole pack, they go out for hunt, and then they bring the food to the old animals, the old wolves. So basically during the full moon time, this in this full moon time, these wolves actually can hunt very easily because of the light that is focused on earth. So during full moon time, because the light is so immense that the animals, they feel as if there's the light is there and they can go out, venture out, they can search for food. And when they do that, the wolves actually they catch these, they hunt on them, and then they get their food anyhow. But also, this is the time of transformation, as I'm telling you. It's the time of manifesting also. So until unless you start releasing and letting go of old energies, the new energies won't come in. So during full moon time, you might notice that you are feeling a lot of emotions coming to the surface. You feel like crying. You feel like basically you feel tired and you're in the sadness, or you are basically processing. So take time to process your emotions by letting them go, releasing them, and sending them out with love. Also, this will be a time when there will be a lot of testing in your lives. So when these testing times come, maybe uh, people from your family, your relationships, or even around you in your work environment also, people might not understand you. They would not even think what you are thinking. They would just do their own stuff, and you would be surprised and amazed. Like, you would be like puzzled. What is happening with people? Why they are behaving like that? Or what is happening with my own family? Why are they behaving like that? So this is the time, because this is a test, masters. Just show your grace, your love to them, because it's the time of adjustment. And also, you are just have to give your love, immense love to them, unconditional love. Just trying to give them that love, because we are on this journey. They are not even practicing that journey right now. So this is where we have to uh, think about all these things, masters. So with that, we can go into meditation. If you feel that there are a lot of thoughts coming into your surface, it's time that they has to come, because they have come up for clearing. So let these emotions out through your mind, out through your body. If you haven't forgiven anyone, if you haven't forgiven your own self or others, do it. Forgive and release with love. Let go with love. And then center yourself. So let's begin, masters. So take your position. We have to lock 3 positions. So for people who are new, if you are joining in for the first time, or if you are watching for the first time, we will be doing Anapansati meditation. And today, as you all know, it's also the second day of Purnima, of full moon. Still, the energies before a full moon, 2 days before, they are very high energies in the environment. And 2 days after the full moon, the energies are still very high. So we can use it to heal ourselves, heal our mind, body, and soul. So, masters, let's begin. Take your position, cross your legs like this, cross your feet. I'm showing you my hand, but you have to cross your feet and clasp your fingers into fingers, and keep them on your lap and close your eyes. So as we begin, let us breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in through your nostril. Take a deep inhalation inwards. Try to center yourself and your energies, reclaim your power. Feel peace and calm entering your mind, your body, your soul. And as you breathe out and relax. So breathe in, masters, very slowly. Let us all breathe in and breathe out. As you experience this incoming breath, feel each and every breath getting inside your body. Breathe in, masters. Relax your brain area, the forehead region, the left and right brain, the inner, the innermost part of your brain, and the back side of your brain, the brainstem region. This is the part where our body meets the spiritual world with the help of our brainstem region, also known as medulla oblongata. So as you go inwards, masters, feel the energies of every incoming breath entering your body, your crown, your pineal gland, and entering your cerebellum. So breathe in, and as you breathe out, let go of any heavy emotions, any botheration, any traumatic events or situations of one's life. Breathing in as a way of relaxing your mind and feeling tranquility, serenity in your eyes, your forehead, and your whole face. As you breathe in, feel every cell becoming rejuvenated. Relax your face, your eyes, your ears, and your jaws, even your tongue. Let all your control go away. Relax your shoulders, masters. Relax the tense, heavy energy. Try to relax your body, let go of the control, and feel it. How not controlling can make you feel. Try to loosen your grip on your hands and fingers. Try to loosen that pressure on your jaws, that control in your mouth, in your tongue, or on your tongue, however you want to say. Don't resist relaxation. Let go of any control that you are still harboring in your body, in your shoulders. As you progress with each incoming breath, try to relax your spine, your upper back, middle back, lower back. As you breathe in, this life force energy enters your lungs and your heart. If you feel unsupported by your family members or in your business, work, career, wherever you feel, be it your friends or family, I ask you to release that feeling of unsupportedness out from your back and out through your nostril. And as you inhale, feel that the universe is supporting you. Your nature all around you is supporting you. Every living and non-living thing is helping you, guiding you, supporting you. As you inhale every breath, feel that everything is supporting and helping you. As if your back is becoming strengthened. It's full of energy. Every vertebrae is breathing in. Your spine and the hollow of your spine is also breathing along with you. As you breathe in, masters, if you haven't forgiven anyone, bring their picture in your mind. Or if you haven't forgiven your own self, if you feel any kind of guilt, remember that when you make mistakes, you experience lessons, you experience situations, and you learn a lesson. Many have made mistakes before you, and they will make mistakes after you as well. But when you have made mistakes, you learn from these mistakes and you vow to not make it again. That is why we are having this human experience. So don't be in guilt. Whoever has taken birth on planet Earth had been doing mistakes, learning their lessons, and improving themselves, growing spiritually, and progressing further. The same way, you are also progressing and experiencing things, situations. Don't be in guilt. Forgive your own self and others. And a soul becomes more powerful when you accept others and accept yourself and your habits. When you forgive your own self and forgive others, that's the mark of a true powerful soul. So forgiving helps you. You are not going to take their energy. If you want to cycle the same energies in your life, if you want to go through challenges and obstacles, health challenge issues, or any cyclical life experiences, then don't forgive. But if you want to not go through those same situations and problems, let's forgive ourselves and others. Accept yourself, others, and release any attachments to any situations, people, and places. Now breathing into your stomach region, Masters. Try to relax your upper abdomen, reproductive region, and the lower abdomen region. Expand your stomach muscles as you breathe in, and when you breathe out, let go of any anger towards anyone, any fear, anxiety. Let go of your ego. Let go of any hurtful situation where you feel sadness and grief, and you tend to eat more sweets because your heart and mind are unhappy. You feel sad. If you feel fearful and you try to control stuff, that also creates irritation in your mind, anger in your body, and you try and control out of fear, fear of losing someone, fear of something happening to your loved ones, or fear of not taking any action or taking action. It can be anything. Fear of losing everything, or fear of going to places where you don't want to go. Fear of lack. As you breathe out, as you inhale, breathe in deeply. Imagine life force energies entering your body, healing you, filling you with light, golden light. And as you breathe out any kind of tension, worries, any lack or fear issues. Breathe in, Masters. Try to relax your lower half part of the body now. From your waist towards your feet, relax your hips, thighs, knees, calf muscle, the soles of your feet and your toes. You feel a gush of life force energy entering your crown and going deep down towards your foot and your toes. One by one, each and every breath comes inside you. Use this life force energy to your advantage. Every moment has the power to change your life, change your reality and your destiny. Your breath is the key behind healing you, rejuvenating you, and helping you into your thoughtless state. Focus only on your breath, masters. As you progress further and as you deepen your meditation, let us ground our energies into Mother Earth, asking for Mother Earth's forgiveness and asking her to help you connect with her consciously, thereby anchoring and grounding your energies with the help of your astral roots and anchoring deep down into Mother Earth. There's immense power in every breath. So as you focus inwards, let go of your body's consciousness now and focus only on your breathing and go deeper and deeper into deeper meditative states. inwards, masters, breath by breath, with your in-breath and out-breath. Become one with your body, mind, and soul. Only remember that you are breathing in and breathing out. As you breathe in and as you breathe out, feel each and every breath helping you understand that you are a powerful soul. And the mark of a powerful soul is to be consistent, happy, and loving, to accept everyone the way they are. Because we all are here for learning our lessons, progressing spiritually. And until we experience, which we have come here to experience, we are not going to learn. So everything that happens is happening for our good. Whatever happened has also happened because it was good. And it has to be the same way because it was your soul plan. Whatever will happen, so that good can happen. Only good can come out from any situation, so that we all can learn our lessons. The full moon's energies are all around us. We are powerful, pulling on our water inside ourselves. All the heavy, dark emotions are coming to the surface, helping you clear your mind, thoughts, helping you process these emotions. If any situation comes to the surface, while breathing in, breathing out, let them clear because they want to be clear. That's why you are remembering them. my dear masters. Now, as we are progressing, let us try and come back into our body's consciousness. We have learned our lessons, we have grounded our energy, forgiven ourselves and others, taken the energies from the environment, our full moon, our universe. The light is all around us. Now, it is also inside of us, speaking through this light is the light of intelligence, helping us getting more clarity, increasing our intelligence, and opening the channels to higher consciousness. So as you breathe in and breathe out, try to thank Mother Earth. Try to come back into your body's consciousness. Feel your body from head to toe. And be grateful for all the energies from Mother Earth, universe, and life force that you received today. And also full moon energies. Give your gratitude to each and every one. And to all the fellow meditators meditating with you. Very slowly, now feel your body. Straighten up your body from head to toe. Feel your toes, your feet, and your hands. Straighten up your spine, your neck, and your head. Now, very slowly, let us all unclasp our hands and fingers. Take a deep in breath and out breath as a sign for you to come back into your body's consciousness. As you unclasp your hands and fingers, keep the palm of your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And whenever you feel comfortable and ready, masters, please open your eyes beneath your palms. Whenever you feel ready, open your eyes and remove your hands. Whoever still wants to sit in meditation, they can. Lots and lots of thanks to each and every participant, masters. Thank you so much. And thank you to Rupal ji for a wonderful Swadhyaya today. Thank you so much, masters. So if anyone has any experiences to share or anything that you want to ask from Swadhyaya, we are here, masters. I'll take my pause. So please raise your hand if you have any questions or experiences to share. Thank you so much, Rupalji. Thank you. It was really wonderful. You actually completed it within time, and great gist. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks to you and all masters.
Actually, it's like wonderful, that I mentioned that Rupalji, is everything okay? And you said, no, it's because of time that you were not picking up, but you picked up and you took that initiative. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, everyone. So thank you, Masters. If we don't have any questions, that's wonderful. No problem. And also, we will meet tomorrow. Tomorrow, it will be Sanjay ji's Swadhyaya meditation. So be there, Masters. And please do join on time. Don't wait for that we have to write in the group. Uh, it's a wonderful book, Your Soul's Plan, and the Swadhyaya that we are doing. It's because we want to learn, we want to know why and why people choose these kinds of life, like how we are progressing with every chapter, right? So it's a great understanding that happening, enlightening, basically. So take your beautiful time relaxing as you do every day, but do come and come on time and join on time. So that way we can start the session on time. Anyhow, masters, uh, may we all be happy, healthy, and vibrant. May we practice our meditation daily. May we teach meditation to others and help others awaken with this soul knowledge. Thank you so much, masters. Let's have a wonderful day from whichever part of the world you are joining in. If you are currently joining from US, have a wonderful night, restful night, masters. Thank you so much. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you, Rupalji.